were students in my class throwing pennies at me.
And he said, I'm gonna find out where you live and I'm gonna blow up your house.
Took out a picture of Adolf Hitler. Told me that her family will kill me.
Like, that's how the Holocaust started, having to hide.
Would you consider doing that?
Hide my Judaism.
Yeah.
We invited 20 strangers to listen to personal stories of anti-Semitism and ask questions.
I was sitting in the cafeteria. Behind me, there were boys talking about this other student at my school who was Jewish. They said, this kid deserves to die and be put in an oven, just like Hitler did in the Holocaust.
In my class, we spent the majority of that unit talking about Israel-Palestine. I was asked to go to the board. They started booing. Initially, there were some shouts of Free Palestine, but the same person saying that started doing the Roman salute.
For like a few days in a row, graffiti started appearing in the bathroom stalls. A picture of Auschwitz with Kanye's album cover next to it saying Heil Hitler.
We were honoring the lives lost from anti-Semitism. There was nothing political attached to it, and multiple people came over and screamed Free Palestine, all this stuff that was just extremely inappropriate to the setting that we were trying to have there.
A week after October 7th, a random man came up to me and said, I'm surprised you weren't killed by the Islamic Jihad. And he said, I'm gonna find out where you live and I'm gonna blow up your house.
It was an incredibly isolating experience to be standing there at the board for that long while people are shouting all these things. There wasn't anything I could really say or do in order to stop it.
My grandparents came here from Europe, from the concentration camps, and what's happening today is not what they came here for. I don't try to hide my Judaism.
Now we open the floor to questions.
Would you consider doing that so these things would like be preventable?
What, hide my Judaism?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately I do have to sometimes, which is crazy, the state of affairs we're in. If you think about it, that I have to hide my religion because I'm scared of being attacked or harassed. I mean, I do have to, like, I came to New York City just like last week and my mom said, you have to wear a baseball hat over you and you have to take off the necklace.
Imagine being black. Like, these are some things that are happening to you guys, but like, there's so much more. You're getting personally hated on for your religion, but we're getting hated on for just the color of our skin. So remember, there's other people that are much more oppressed than you.
One group's experience doesn't take away from another.
It's much easier to hide that you're Jewish than to hide your race. Even if you could hide your race, would you want to? Of course not. So when you say that maybe we should hide it, obviously nobody wants to hide something that's a real part of their identity. Sometimes we've had to take our yarmulkes off. It's not like something that we want to do. We're proud of being Jewish the way you're proud of being an African American, the way somebody might be proud of their gender identity or their sexual identity. People are proud of that. They don't want to have to hide it because that's a sign of an oppressive society.
The ability to hide is a privilege in itself. It shows an assimilation into whiteness. There is a privilege associated with that as well.
Of course, for white Jews, that is the case.
For sure.
51% of the Jewish population is not white, just to put that out there.
Have you guys ever experienced actual violence?
I have been in that situation. I was on the school bus, a bunch of like older kids, they were walking back and forth on the bus saying, raise your hand if you're Jewish, we're gonna finish Hitler's job. My best friend at the time, she pointed towards me. Then like they grabbed my shirt. At that point, like we were already at the stop, so nothing happened. And then afterwards for a while, like they were drawing swastikas on my notebook. So yeah, this stuff does happen, but it's not very known or spoken about.
Someone did throw a milk carton at me, and there would have been other things if at that moment a teacher didn't walk into the cafeteria and the kids stopped, no one said anything.
I've received threats. Someone spat on my car and said anti-Semitic things.
Do you think there are people out there who can say Free Palestine yet not necessarily be anti-Semitic?
I think it depends on the environment, 100%.
The implication of saying Free Palestine to people that are mourning Jews being murdered by happens to be Palestinian terrorists, do you see how that looks like it's coming from a place of hatred and not actual care about the Palestinian people? Because it wasn't a setting in which people were discussing Israeli government policies, Israel war. It was just in that setting. It had nothing to do with politics, and they decided to come and provoke people who were mourning.
Is there room in you all's world where someone can be anti-Zionist but not anti-Semitic?
Can you define Zionism?
I feel like it's far too complex for me to, but
Zionism is actually the idea that the Jewish people have a right to live in a state where they can be free and not oppressed. So when you say that you are anti-Zionist, what you're saying is that you think that Jewish people should not have a state where they can live freely without oppression.
Ever since I read about the Holocaust, I used to wear a Star of David just to stand with the Jewish people. I still have my dog tag. In New York City, it's kind of hard to wear, especially after October 7th.
There is an uprising in anti-Semitism, and my personal belief is that if we stop showing the world that we're proud to be Jewish, then it's going to become normalized. Like, that's how the Holocaust started, like having to hide, and that shame.
I actually feel a difference now. I didn't feel unsafe before, but I do now, and I can only imagine how you guys must feel.
Even if it's like very subtle or passive aggressive or just any kind of threat, that is a precursor to violence in many cases, and that is still very scary. That is not okay.
How can we help you guys as adults? Because it seems like no adults is helping you guys, so what can we do?
I want to thank you personally. It means so much just to teenagers who are sitting and are feeling unsupported, to have people coming out here and listening to our stories and say, what can we do to help? That's the reaction that I think is so important.
Thank you all for your stories.
I appreciate you guys' bravery and courage, especially being so young, so thank you.
You're so brave to say whatever you say, and I'm so also surprised of how much anti-Semitism is going on in New York.
Terrible to hear that there's any room for hate like that in the world. The more we can have an open dialogue with each other and hear your experiences, the more we can hopefully combat it, try to eliminate it as much as possible.
You guys are the future. I do hope that you guys keep pushing and keep educating.
Fight not only for each other, but for everyone.
Stay safe, look out for one another. It's a really important thing to do.
Finding ways to build bridges I think is really important, but applaud y'all for what y'all doing.
Your stories mean a lot. You should continue to tell your stories. I'm 33 years old and I experienced depression as a small child, and I still experience it today, but I still fight and I still stand up, and I think you should all do the same.
Everyone in this room have taught me something today. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm so out of touch. So thank you guys for being so young to get up on this panel and just speak about your trauma and everything you got going on. People like me care.
Just know that, there are people who are standing with you. I have friends, and we are always praying for Israel and the Jewish people. We really care, and I really hope that you know that you do have people who are standing with you.
Thank you guys all so much for coming and listening to what we had to say today.